right, as always, first we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi Bahashem Rachach.
Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone who taught us truth and rule well. Shalom to the hopefully elect, and shalom to the Akim and Akwat out there listening and learning. Goes out to the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, the Native Americans, Latino Americans, and African Americans here and scattered throughout the four corners of the world. This is a branch of Great Millstone, Chicago, coming to you with some more of it. I'm the brother Asha,
This is the brother Yaya.
and like we always love to do, we like to meditate in our spirit. And as you can see on our screen, this woman is just simple. She don't realize that Yahawah Wa Yahawashi is a plug. Let's grab that first, then we'll get into this. That's a proverb.
Yeah. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 9, and verse 13.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs 9 and 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing.
Right, and if you look at what this article, what she's saying right here, it just amazes me. It says this is B. Simone says she'd take $1 trillion over spending 10 minutes with Yahawah Shai, you know who the world even called JC. He left the Bible. There's nothing he's going to tell me in those 10 minutes that hasn't already been said. And this just shows you the simplicity and stupidity of her, and not only her, but those people who think along that same vein. Because she's just speaking what a lot of idiots say. You know what I mean? They chasing a bag and not knowing that Yahawah Wa Yahawashi is. Well, it's unbelievable that they don't know who he is and what he represents and what he stands for. And it's just the nature of our people, man. You're always chasing something that's worthless, as opposed to the fountain of living waters, which you're gonna be enjoying forever in eternity.
Come
You can grab that Job 39:17.
This is the book of Job, chapter 39, and you want me to start up?
Yeah, you can start up. But no, just get to the point. 39:17.
Come This is the book of Job, chapter 39 and verse 17. Because Yahawah hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding.
And Yahawah Shai compared women to this ostrich, and she didn't have the wisdom to understand that Yahawah Wa Yahawashi covers heaven and earth, and he's been given all authority. Grab that Wisdom of Solomon 8:5. This is a gift because since she's deprived of wisdom, she don't understand that the true riches is Yahawah Shai who created everything. It's just amazing where their minds be at. She's trusting in stuff that's trusting in uncertain riches is gonna be destroyed, something like that. We'll get that scripture next.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8 and verse 5.
Right, go ahead.
If riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom that worketh all things?
Who is the wisdom? Yahawah Shai is the wisdom. So wisdom comes down from Yahawah Shai, and we know Yahawah gave Yahawah Shai all authority. Let's get that wisdom comes from the Most High. If any lack wisdom, you ask Yahawah Shai. You ask Yahawah. Said Galatians. If any lack wisdom.
This is the book of James, chapter 1, and I'll start at 4. This is the book of James 1 and 4. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Right, and he just telling you to be patient. The Lord will give you everything in due time, and everything comes from Yahawah Wa Yahawashi. Go ahead.
Verse 5, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahawah, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him.
Right, and that wisdom is to understand who Yahawah Wa Yahawashi is, because clearly you don't know who he is. We're gonna grab that Matthew. You think he's somebody ordinary. You don't know he's beyond ordinary. He's beyond extraordinary. He created everything. All power is given to him. We grab that. It's Matthew. Go ahead.
You said 19?
Matthew, what was that? Hold on. Matthew 18. What was it? Give me 1 second. Matthew 28 and 18.
28. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 28, And verse 17. And when they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. And Yahawashi came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth.
Right, so this is a testimony of how Yahawashi coming back from the grave. You read up, you know what I mean? You know, Yahawashi is risen. You know, he came back resurrection, and after him coming back from resurrection, the Lord gave him all power and authority in heaven and in earth. So that means that he controls everything. So this stupid woman talking about what could he have, given her in 10 minutes?
Right.
Everything that she holds dear. You know, get that scripture. She's trusting and uncertain. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Yahawashi conquered death, man.
Right.
Like he could do anything. What can't Yahawashi do? He perfect.
Exactly. Everything that she ever wanted, desired, comes from him. So plain and simple. The scripture. She's trusting in uncertain riches. Let's find that uncertain riches. Yeah, she's just plain. You know.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 6, and
let's get that. 1 Timothy 6. We're gonna jump around. It's 1 Timothy 6. There's so many bangers in here. So where you at, 1 Timothy? What is that?
The point is 17.
All right, so let's go to 1 Timothy 6 and 10. Go ahead.
1 Timothy 6 and 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Yep. So her love of money has caused her to be led astray, and you know what I mean? And she's heading down a road of destruction, which many have done. Chasing the bag, not knowing that Yahawashi is the bag. He is the plug. Everything's in his hands because it was given to him by Yahweh. It's unbelievable. Go ahead, you jump down.
And it says, envy not the oppressor. Yahawashi put Edom in power and gave Esau the money to do all this. And now Jake trying to be like Esau, envying the oppressor and trying to get like them. Right. Verse 11, but thou... Verse 11, but thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness.
Right. Follow after this stuff, and you're going to receive all that anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you trust in Yahawashi, not the $1 trillion, but Yahawashi, is worth, the kingdom of heaven is worth way more than anything you can get down here on earth, and we're going to grab that.
So you're going to get 100-fold.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. Let's jump down to 16, 17.
Verse.
What is it?
17. 1 Timothy 6 and 17. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power who giveth us richly all things to enjoy.
Right. That goofy butt, she don't get the bag and lose it the same night.
Right. Blow it all on some clothes.
Blow it all. Not only blow it all, get to look at it and then get smoked. Is my favorite Elder Karab voice. Just not being an idiot. Go ahead.
That's let me keep reading.
God, yeah, that's being interested in uncertain riches. That stuff ain't gonna help you or save you at all. So you thinking this stuff is gonna carry you to the threshold and make you happy? Money never made nobody happy. Money just gives you a pleasure for a second, and then that pleasure's gone away because everything comes back. So for her to think that money is the answer, she fooling herself. Yahawashi is the answer, not money. He gives you money. He gives you the ability to get money, so you can be cool, like he just said.
So he give you money too.
Exactly.
Thousand fall right in front of your face while you walking down the street. Oh, the water.
Yeah, God. What was the other scripture we just called for? Proverbs 19:17. What was Proverbs say?
I read the 9, Proverbs 9.
Proverbs 19:17.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 19 and verse 17.
I think that's hold on. No, that's not what I was looking for. To lock it. Oh, you read Proverbs 9.
Yeah.
Oh, Salaki, yeah. I don't know what that was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what Salaki. Proverbs 11:4, I believe. Yeah, Proverbs, let's see what that is. Salaki, Proverbs 11:4. Yeah.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death. You can't buy righteousness. You can't buy any of the things that you need to succeed in the will of the Lord. You can't buy faith. You can't buy hope. You can't buy expectation, salvation, deliverance. You can't buy anything, man. So in those days to come, that money not gonna matter anyway. Nothing is gonna matter in the days to come. None of that money, none of that cash, that paper, whatever you got. If you don't got the Lord with you, then it's gonna be all for nothing, man. Because the Lord give you your life, man. The Lord give you your life and everything else that you need and want.
Exactly. Grab that since you said that, Matthew 19. And yep, it's Matthew 19:21.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 21. Yahawah said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me.
And this is what the Yahawah told this rich ruler, right? You know, we just get the account. It says a young man talking about he had, he lacked nothing, he had everything. And Yahawah knew that he didn't have everything because he didn't have Yahawah. And Yahawah said unto him, if thou be perfect, go and sell that thou hast and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven. Come and follow me. And we know the treasure in heaven, like we just talked about earlier, that you can't put a price tag on eternity, immortality, and righteousness. There is no price tag for that. Scripture said, I have not seen what the Lord has in store for you. So you trusting in a temporary fix when the Lord's got the fix for eternity. Are you out your rabbit mind? You know what I mean? He said, come and follow me. I got treasure in heaven. So get that scripture, I have not seen what the Lord has in store for us. And then you're going to get that double fold, hundredfold, right? So you think $1 trillion is something here, and then the money is going to be ruled by Esau like the younger brother went into. You're not going to even be in control of none of that. You still got to deal with this devil.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 64, and verse 4. Since
man. My damn thing stopped. What the fuck?
I'm still recording. I'm still recording.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 64, and verse 4. For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard, nor perceived by the ear, neither hath the eye seen, O Yahawah, besides thee, what he hath prepared for him that waiteth for him. So, nobody has seen what the Lord has ready for his elect, man. We can't even fathom or imagine what he has. The amounts, it says, Yahawah said, in his father's house is many mansions.
Right.
So we don't know what the Lord got prepared for us, man.
Grab that.
For his elect.
Yeah, it's a great scripture. Many mansions, and the mansions could be planets. You know what I mean? You don't even understand what true wealth and riches is. That's how small and fragile your mind is.
This is the book of John, chapter 14, and verse 1. Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in Yahawah, believe in me also. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you, I go to prepare a place for you.
And that's the point. Like he said, the Lord's got treasures untold, waiting for us. Laid up for the hope of righteousness, laid up for the elect, and we pray to be amongst those numbers. But for her to be so foolish to sell herself short, she doesn't know the exceeding wealth that Yahawah has. And so, like most of the world, you know what I mean, she became a lover of the world. Now Yahawah, and that's what's wrong with her. She got blinded by the God of this world. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. Get that blinded by the God of this world. That's what's happening to a lot of these people. You know what I mean? They're blinded by Esau Edom, self-proclaimed white man here in America, chasing after his crumbs and just ain't worth nothing. And that's the problem with these people. They following the deceiver, being led astray. You
said blinded by the God of this world.
Yeah, God of this world. Something in there. Yeah.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 4, and verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of Yahawah, should shine unto them.
Right, so the true gospel, the true wealth, is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding how about Shemashah given us. The fact that, you know what I mean, that we're gonna, the hope of, the hope of righteous elect is gonna roll for eternity and have wealth untold in the kingdom to come. So that's what this is all talking about, as far as, and then you've been blinded to that, so you chasing the small bag, and not understanding how about Shemashah is the plug, he's the bag. Scripture saying, all power was given to him on earth and heaven. Did we grab that scripture?
Yeah.
God, you know what I mean? Just re-emphasize it. The fact that you are clueless and don't understand what's about to happen. You don't know that this place is about to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to hear the truth. You want to chase, money. That's not going to do you any good. Scripture says, moth corrupt. And, yeah. Said Matthew 6 says, store your treasure in heaven, you know what I mean, where it won't get messed over.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Right.
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Yeah, so he's saying you put your treasure in a place down here, it ain't gonna do nothing but bring you trouble, stress, heartache, and sorrow. But if you're rolling with Yahawah Yahawashi, he's got, like I said, he is the plug, he is the treasure. You know what I mean? So, man, for you to be not knowing who you're talking about is just sad and pitiful. And unfortunately for you, sucks to be you because you don't have no clue. But for those, you know what I mean, Yahawah is the plug. He is the bag. You don't get a greater bag of plug than Yahawah Wa Yahawashi. You know what I mean? So it's nonsense, man. But we had to get into it. Got anything else? We'll just edify with that. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi Bahashem Chachrash.
Double honors to the apostles, elder, great millstone, toss truth, and rule well. Till next time.
Shalom, Kwam Yashrala, and a Ball.